Hey fuckers, it's Friday.
Can't spell shattered without shat or turd.
Like a gut punch to the abdomen.
Some of the funniest shit on the web.
I call it a rock Fred.
I like the cut of your jib, gentlemen.
These 5 are the only protection we have.
The best part of the show is the genuine Hasbro love.
Good night, folks.
And of course, Pat's weekly farts.
Breaking news. It's very outside of the box.
Nailed it.
I love Friday. Bob's Bait and Tackle, now carrying Hasbro.
They truly are your favorite podcast.
Thoughts, prayers, likes, and shares. Shattered. A to B.
Shattered Uncut. Is that you? Shattered Cast.
When are you going to bring Larry back?
My favorite Star Wars podcast.
Shattered Cast Uncut.
Complete fuckers. Podcast is intended for mature audiences only, and its sole purpose is to entertain. If it doesn't fit with your sensitive sensibilities, please feel free to turn it off now and
Shut the fuck up, Chip.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Shatteredcast Uncut. Today is what I'm going to dub the Skeletal episode with the Skeletal crew, because there's not much to talk about and there's not many people here. So, yeah, we should just get on moving, I guess. So, joining us today, of course, is the one and only Matthew Deluxe Baldwin. Matt, how are you?
Hey there, everybody. I'm good. How are you, Mr. T2RX6?
I am living the dream. And by the dream, I mean I'm good.
Yeah.
So, and then we have the one and only Greg for Mercy.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I've had a weird week. If you guys have seen Avengers Infinity War, that scene where Thor taps the eye in his head, that's basically been my week.
Nice.
If I can take like 2 seconds out.
No.
Okay, never mind then.
Right.
Okay. No, if anybody knows like Michael Constantini from Plastic Raccoons, he passed away this week. We're doing I'm doing a direct donation fundraiser. Rick Valdez is doing a raffle in the cafe, and Mike from Nerd Out and Shout is doing a thing himself. So anything to help out that guy's family, because he was like a huge presence in our community. Also, all right, where's my notes? Where's my notes here, there, Matt? You're supposed to put it in there.
Is there discussions?
Oh, and Trevin, he's a listener of ours. His baby is in sister care, and if you guys can wish her the best, that would be awesome.
Yeah. Thoughts and prayers, likes and shares, and Care Bears.
Yeah, I don't do thoughts and shares. I don't do likes and prayers, but I do.
You should.
Good vibes.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. What's wrong with her? She okay? I mean, what's?
I don't know. He just asked me to shout her out.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
shout out to her. I'm sure. I hope everything works out okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It always sucks when babies are victims.
Certainly does. I know someone from high school who her baby is about the same age as my daughter and has been in the hospital like its entire life. I'm like, that sucks.
Oh, that's trash.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Justin, do you have a show to do or something?
I don't know. Maybe.
How are you doing, Justin?
I
think I already asked you already, but how are you doing again?
I am doing well, so
awesome.
I can't
Living
complain.
the dream.
So I guess that is that. So what did we get this week, Matthew?
I got some good stuff this week. All right, today I got in the NECA Ultimate Leatherface, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Nice.
And I got the, thanks to Caleb, I got my Make Toys G2 Starscream from TFCon. And then I got Studio Series Optimus Prime and Jetfire. And then I also got the Make Toys Cross Dimensions, the Black Jetfire. And I got Siege, Soundwave, and Starscream. And I think that is it. So that's a pretty good week.
Nice. How about you, Greg? What'd you get this week?
Well, Kit gets added to the show this week. She got 5 sets of the MMC Penguins from TFCon.
Nice. Different colors?
No, they're all orange and yellow. I got the reissue Rodimus Prime Masterpiece, and he actually is improved.
The knees are good?
Yeah, he's actually improved.
Good.
I got the Onslaught from what do you call him? Zeta. I got the Zeta Onslaught, and that's it.
Very nice.
Justin?
The only thing I got my classics Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which I had sent to a friend of mine to paint, have finally come back all nice and painted, and they look awesome. So that's all I got, and it was well worth it. So I need to find a really nice home for them, though, because they're just sitting on my desk right now in my office, and it just doesn't do them any justice there, you know.
So what did he make them? Are they brighter? Or are they?
They look much more like they fell out of a comic book. Like there's a lot of shading and such on there, and
okay.
So
very nice.
It's awesome. They're really well done, and I'm glad to have them back in my possession now. So
well, that's good. I want to ask you a question. Are you in on the Ecto 1 Transformer? The crossover?
Yeah.
Okay.
Assuming so,
you know when it's gonna be out?
I pre-ordered it from that Hasbro Pulse, and then probably an hour after I pre-ordered it, the listing just kind of went away. But if I check my order, it still says it's there. So I don't know. You know, I don't know how Hasbro Toy Shop does their what used to be Hasbro Toy Shop. Let me rephrase that. But I don't know how they've been with things like that. But I guess we'll see, right? So
I guess I pre-ordered that Megatron, that G2 Megatron, and now I pre-ordered the Wave 2 Deluxes from the Siege, the Ironhide 6-gun and the Prowl. But the thing is, I think they're all in stores now, and it really kind of takes me off. I'm just like, so what's the point of pre-ordering it if you already released it in stores? And I passed them up in stores because they were $10, so you know I was really happy about that. But
if you see a copy of the 6-gun, let me know, because I don't want to I was looking online about that, and there's so many places that I just feel like it's too expensive to pre-order them. BBTS wants you to do the entire wave. I'm like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
You know, I just want that one toy. So I don't.
Okay. I'm going to look at them tomorrow. I think I've seen them a couple times. So if I see them, I'll pick them up for you.
Cool. Sounds good. Yeah, because I don't want the wave. I'm sorry. I just want one figure.
It's understandable. It's understandable.
Yeah.
Totally.
So, all right. Well, that's it for what we got this week, right? So we should move on unless anyone has any.
So you don't want to talk about something for an hour?
I mean, we
that has nothing to do with Transformers. And
I'm fine with it. I mean, we really have very little show news this week, so we certainly can.
I got some goddamn Chinese food today, and it's fucking awesome. Best Chinese food comes from New York.
It does. Shout out to Robert D, who told us that he was sick.
Yeah, I think it sounds like he ate too much Chinese food, and he's shitting everywhere.
Yeah. Good old Robert D. So.
Yeah. I don't know what Bobby.
I just said.
He sounds like he has the Freddie Mercury's, but you know.
Yeah, he said he was. I don't know if he said he was puking and crapping at the same time or something last night. I remember I talked to him a couple days ago, and his kids were sick, so more than likely he probably got what.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes. The kids are sick, and then fortunately, you get your sickness too. So shout out to Robert D. Hope he's feeling better soon.
Boy, yeah. Do you guys want to talk about something? Did you guys see Bohemian Rhapsody?
I did not.
I
just watched that this week. It's fucking really good. It's not accurate, but it's really good.
Now, I did watch something to go along with that. I watched The Dirt, the Motley Crue story. I don't know if anybody's watched that on Netflix, and it was pretty good.
No, I didn't see it.
No?
It's on Netflix?
It's Netflix. It's just a little, just like Bohemian Rhapsody. It was kind of like that, but it wasn't. It didn't get released out in the movies. It was straight to Netflix. Machine Gun Kelly, he played Tommy Lee, and he did a pretty good job, and it was really good. I liked it. It missed a lot of, it wasn't true to what Motley Crue was, I don't think, but it had a lot of good points, and everything with when Nikki Sixx passed away from drug overdose and all that stuff. So it was really good. I think Hello?
Oh no! I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
If you're a big Motley Crue fan, I think you would like it. Mike Kincaid off of Blackout and Shout out to those guys. He's a big Crue fan, so he really liked it. So if you're a big Crue fan, I think you need to check out The Dirt. It's really good.
Yeah, I don't know who Machine Gun Kelly is, but people kept saying that he was like Tommy Lee, and I didn't even know about this movie until yesterday. So I'm probably going to check it out tomorrow.
It's pretty good. It's Machine Gun Kelly. He's a rapper, and he had a little beef with Eminem at one point, recently and everything, and kind of.
Oh, that's a tiny beef.
Yeah, but he did really good. He was really good as Tommy Lee. I thought he did a great Tommy Lee. So it's pretty good. It's about 2 hours, a little over 2 hours, and like I said, if you're a big Crue fan, definitely check it out. I think it's worth it.
Did you guys watch Walking Dead this week?
I did.
Oh my God.
That was
fucking savage.
It's about time. I love, and I'm going to check out the comics. I know you read the comics and everything. I need to also, but
I do. Yeah.
It's just been like, I think, what, if it ended right now, I wouldn't be upset, because now all they're doing is the same thing, but with different people, like different groups. I guess it's getting stale. It's really stagnant, I think.
I actually feel like this has been the best season for a number of seasons now.
No, I totally agree with that. Yes.
Yeah, it's been, it definitely was stale. Like I knew the King Ezekiel and the his lion and stuff, but it always kind of it just never really sat too well with me. I don't know, I didn't really care for that, and yeah, now I just feel like it's good, but I don't know. Do we want? I mean, listeners, if you're listening, just skip to the next chapter so you don't.
Yeah, this is spoilers,
right? Whatever. But so what I thought was interesting. So the person who plays Maggie obviously has a contract issue or something like that. That's why she's not there, right? So she's running around with the Martha Stewart type lady. Let's call her that, because I don't really know what else you would call her.
The CD lady, or whatever.
The faux Commonwealth.
Yeah, exactly. So she's out with her right now, and then so you had her, and then you had what's his name? Jesus. Yeah, jeez, why didn't I forget that? I was about to go Jesus. What's his name?
Yeah.
But yeah, Jesus running Christ. It, and then he dies, and then Tara's running it, and then now she's gone. I'm like, okay, so who's in charge of the Hilltop now?
I'm surprised. I saw a lot of stuff, I was surprised that Tara went, but I think a lot of people were happy with her and the boy Henry going, because I think a lot of people didn't like Henry. I think they wanted Carl back.
Well, I mean, and that was the thing, is Henry was kind of doing some of the Carl stuff. He was supposed to kind of fill in the Carl role, but
how's Carol going to sit on the ground and go Coral?
Exactly.
With no Henry.
I'm just saying right now. She's gonna fuck up Alpha.
Well, that's what I said.
I can already say right now.
Is this where Carol's gonna get her short hair back? And
yeah, she'll kill a kid in a heartbeat. I'm afraid to find out what she's gonna do with Alpha. I mean,
well, spoilers. Oh, you already gave a spoiler warning. Negan's about to cut somebody's head off. And,
I was gonna say, I hope that
her name might be Alpha.
So, but okay, well, let me ask you this question. Why would Negan have anything against Alpha,
though? He gets out. Okay, so in the comics, he gets out, and he goes to check out the community. Okay, so in the show, he came back and, yeah. But in the comics, he stays out, and he just doesn't appreciate the way they live. He goes to their camp, and they're raping women and shit like that, and then he's just not about that shit at all. Yeah, well, no, he's not about that at all.
Do you think we'll see something this last week's episode about him getting out and maybe finding out? Or I just don't know if Negan has any tie. Like now, if the little girl, would have got killed, Negan would have went ape shit. I can tell you, him and Carol would have been together and would have just wrecked up shit. But I'm just saying, I don't know if he has any ties to any of those people that got killed.
Yeah, I was super weirded when Negan went back to the prison, or the jail, like his cell or whatever. I really don't know. I really don't know what to say, because like they are taking a lot of liberties, because Henry was supposed to be Carl this season. But if Negan doesn't do his comic book storyline, like that is just a fucking...
That's a missed opportunity.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think they are going to do something with Negan. I think that, but like I just said, I don't know how he's gonna tie in with this. Like I said, he wasn't really close with any of those people that were on the stakes. So, I just, I'm sure they'll figure something out. But like I said, if the little girl would have been on there,
well, do you guys read the comics at all?
No, I told you I'm gonna try to start reading it, but I haven't. No.
Yeah, so like Zeke was on the pike, Rosita was on the pike.
I saw that.
There were a couple other characters that actually I don't even think are alive anymore. So it was supposed to have been more impactful. So I feel like they have to have something coming up in this week's episode to really knock it in.
Well, I mean, do you think the little girl, what's her name? God dang, Edith or not?
Judith.
Not Edith.
Well, they already did the pike, so I don't think Judith will be on the pikes.
I'm just saying, I think that's the only way that they could pull in Negan, going ape shit if something happens to Judith, because they're tied together.
Well, so that was a Carl storyline. Carl used to sit and do his homework and hang out with Negan.
Okay. Yeah.
In fact, that was actually because that was actually the time jump when they did the time jump. And Carl was older, and they said, they had this thing, and he was like, do you really think I'm wrong? And he said, yes. And he's like, do you want me dead? And he said, yes. And he's like, I do, Negan. I want you dead. And that was the reveal of the time jump.
I think I read somewhere that Carl didn't even, I don't know the guy's name in real life, but didn't really want to leave.
No, he didn't. He had just bought a fucking house.
Yeah.
In Georgia, where they're filming the show.
I think that was a bad move on the producers. I think they should have kept Carl.
I think it is too. I think it was too. I
think he could have, and that would have been a better thing to bring Negan in if Carl would have died then, right now, instead of Henry or whatever. They wouldn't have brought Henry. If Carl would have been on there, then they could have tied in Negan going ape shit.
Well,
him and Carl would be tight.
Here's the thing: that whole Negan storyline with Homegirl was so important to the comic, like getting it to where it is now. And then they're like, oh, well, it'll be Henry. But then they killed Henry off. So it's like, how are you going to get to where like the story goes? And they keep pushing this season. They're like, this season, next season, we're trying to stick as close to the comic as possible. But
where could they go after this, though? I mean, I'm sure the Whispers are not done. They're going to go to another season. I mean, like I said, is it going to get stale again? Is it going to be the same fighting? With fighting somebody else.
Justin, can you do a spoiler alert?
I mean, at this point, where everyone should be at the next chapter. If you're still listening, it's on you at this point.
So Negan cuts Alpha's head off and takes it as far as the comics, and takes it back to Alexandria, and then Beta takes control. But he doesn't call himself Alpha. He said there will be no other Alpha. And Beta is in control. They kill the Whisperers. Beta apparently is some NBA star who did car commercials, and that's just kind of how they leave it. And then that radio system that they're setting up, they're going to find another community, I think in Pennsylvania, like I think in
about that.
Not Pittsburgh, but Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
And
Pennsylvania.
They're gonna go back and forth between the two. As far as the comics go right now, they want Rick to be the governor of that community, and he's apprehensive because, obviously the governor title is not his favorite.
Do you think they'll bring Rick back onto the show? I know they're doing movies or something.
They're doing 3 movies. They're doing 3 movies with him, and then Michonne's leaving, and I think she will be in the movies as well. I do not.
Okay. There's nobody left.
Maybe.
From the original cast,
I mean, they might do that. I just don't know. But
one
I think
of the ways
right
it
now,
almost sounded like they wanted to go with the show was to take the deaf girl, Daryl, and who else? I guess like Henry and the Alpha's daughter, and do their own thing with them for a minute, and then because like we're all gonna go run away together. And they're like, and by run away together, I mean right back to Alexandria. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's actually cool about the deaf girl is she's the deaf girl in the show. In reality, she's actually a translator.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, interesting.
There's nobody left from the original. I mean, they're all gone.
Carol.
Just about. Carol and Daryl's the only ones left.
Well, here's the thing, though. In the book, I mean, Carol's dead. Carol died off in the prison story arc. And Daryl didn't even exist. So at this point, like, I feel like Angela Kang, who is the new story runner, she's trying to wrangle it in, but she doesn't really have a lot to work with. So
we'll see. I think it's still I still enjoy watching it, so
Oh, I do too. I mean, I like it too. I mean, I thought the season was fucking. I thought this
really
season
good.
has been really good, and last Sunday's episode was insane.
Yeah, it's a big step up. I'm looking forward to this Sunday. So
yeah, it didn't go the way I wanted it to go with the Pikes, but I mean, if you didn't know anything about the Pikes, and you saw that, that shit's fucking insane.
I guess we can move on to what we're supposed to do.
Let us do that then. So the first piece of news is, I guess, movie-related news that Hasbro Studios has changed its name to AllSpark Studios, and go.
So I didn't read this, but titled they do Transformers and My Little Pony. I can't wait till they do a crossover of that. That'll be awesome.
Yeah.
They're refining their brand.
I think My Little Pony Transformers crossover is just everything that needs to happen to revitalize the brand.
Exactly. It could be this generation's Beast Wars. just gonna put that out there for y'all Beast Wars lovers. I think y'all would like that, My Little Pony. Oh, imagine the cosplaying at TFCon for My Little Pony Transformers.
I'm sure it's been done. I feel like it's been done.
That's hot. That's so hot. But yeah, I guess they're doing a whole new thing.
Half the time, those girls that end up showing up as like human form Whirl or whatever, and I just feel like that's what you're doing. You're just like cosplaying.
Yeah, I just put on some little ears or something. Like, I'm transforming My Little Pony. So yeah, this, like I said, we were scraping we were doing the Brinkalizer, we were scraping, so I just put this in there, just
yeah. So yeah, this is the bottom of the barrel for news right now. I mean, really, there's not much to talk about. So, with that, third-party news, anyone?
Yay!
So Xtransbots has released some pictures of their Motormaster. Is anyone?
I hate it.
Anyone surprised how not far along it feels like it is? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I kind of hate it, but at the same time, I don't hate it.
I don't hate it. I think it looks fine. It's an early prototype.
I do not like its legs. I hope they fix something with the feet, like that action pose with him like standing on his foot, but then like it exposes the whole hollow underneath. I'm like, I don't really like that.
Yeah, and he got the Pac-Man on the back and everything, just like Flip Out does. But you know, I always thought Motormaster, and I talked about this earlier, that he's just a bag of blocks anyway. So I mean, it's fine. I mean, like I said, it's early. Well, the last two limbs are actually on pre-order right now, and they will be out next month. So it's
I'm
weird
debating
that we're
what
gonna
I
have all
want to do with that,
four.
because like I like the car modes, but I really don't like the robots. Like, they're just not what I want out of the set. So I don't know. I'm not really sure what exactly I want to do with the Xtransbots characters right now.
Well, how do you feel about combined form?
Like I said, they're my combine. I'm doing mine combiners.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is I don't even like that. Like it's just too cartoony for me. So
Okay.
I don't know. I'm having a hard time with it. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
I like the picture where he's pointing like Babe Ruth and everything. He's got shows the die cast. I guess that's his chest and his thighs. And it might be on the side of his legs too. Is that die cast too?
Yeah.
The feet are ugly, but like I said, it's a good size. He's a lot bigger than the other four. A lot bigger than what the Fans Toys have shown and the DX9's one. So that's kind of weird. But yeah, because they're come up to almost up to his abdomen, and the other ones like in Fans Toys and DX9, they're up like to his chest. So I don't know. I guess he's a big fella, or those are just really small limbs.
Yeah, I'm just not really sure, what I feel like how I'm gonna feel about it, honestly. Like, I don't know. It'll probably turn out fine. Like, the engineering on them is fine. It's just so too cartoony for me to really enjoy it, So
I love them. I love the first two, and I got the G2 ones. Now, which one are you think you're gonna go with combine mode then? Are you going with the Fans Toys one?
I mean, at this point, I would, just because if I'm only keeping one, it's just gonna be the Fans Toys. If Zeta said that they were doing one, like, I'd have to give it a serious consideration. So,
yeah, that's a good point. I wonder if Zeta is gonna jump in. I mean, probably not now, but I wonder if they're gonna do a Mensaur.
Like, I feel like at some point, you have no choice, right? So.
Yeah, that's true, but that's just too many damn Mensaurs. I mean, God, we got 3. Then you got Transform and Roll Out, I think, or Transformissions.
Yeah.
One, you got Combiner Wars. I know people won't count that, but you still have Combiner Wars, and too many. Greg, are you in on these? I forgot. I think you are, aren't you?
I am. I have 2 so far. I will probably keep these, and then we'll just see what happens.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm gonna get the Fans Toys ones, and I think they'll be my bot modes. I'm not really sold on them doing a combiner yet, but I could be wrong. But I really like these, and these will be my combiner sword.
Well, I just want to see what happens with the set, because they don't have the best track record. So I kind of just want to see what happens. Worst comes to worst, I'll get the Fans Toys.
It is interesting to me. Like, one thing that kind of stuck out to me is, like, I know, I think Bobby's even said it before, like, we don't really know what a Fans Toys combiner is going to look like, but, like, in fairness, we kind of don't even know what a Xtransbots combiner is going to look like, because, you know, they've never actually put one out either. So.
Oh, that is true. Wow. I'm just going off what the first two in you know, Greg has said, you know, what he said, that, you know, they don't have a great track record, but I think recently they have, ever since Plateau, whatever their Cosmos, I think they've really done some good stuff. But yeah, if you go back to before that, then yeah, their track record wasn't really good at, you know, at all.
They've come a long way as of late, but, you know, like, still, you know, who knows?
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't think their individuals so far have been bad.
Yeah.
I mean, in fact, I think they're pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to think about combined mode, like their individual robots really aren't part of the combined mode.
That is true.
Add-ons.
Yeah.
So it's all going to come down to Motormaster.
Yeah, I do want to see more what they're going to do with that. Like, and I really want to see how the combiner scales with other things before, like, I'm immediately out. Like, the perk that Xtransbots has to me at this point is that they're just so damn cheap that it's like, well, I almost can't you know, pass on them. Like, it's like, okay, whatever. Like, I mean, they're practically the price of going to the store and buying a Hasbro toy at this point. You know, like, it's like if I need that fix, it's just something to mess with. It's like I could go to the store and buy like a deluxe, or I could buy this thing. You know, and like,
and they're not bad either.
Yeah, they're not bad at all. So
yeah.
And yeah, I think I don't know. I was talking to somebody. They said this will probably be about 120, maybe, give or take. So that's not bad. The limbs were 60, 70 bucks, I think. So that's not bad at all. And that's true. I mean, are they using? I don't know. Are they using parts forming for this?
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
Heavily as fuck.
So we haven't seen any of the arm bots, right? We got the 2 legs. Yeah. So I'll be interested to see when one of the other 2 comes out, just to see exactly, you know, how they plan to kind of work the arm, because it did look like you have to break it in half or something, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. So supposedly from the demos, the arms break in half and just clip onto the parts for my arms. Mm-hmm. And then there are white pieces that hold it all together. So
and like you said earlier, though, it is weird that they got 2 coming out the same month, probably like a week apart each other, and then we won't probably see this guy till fall, maybe even winter at the end of the year.
The thing that works for them, though, is that, like, if they've got you on the hook for all 4 limbs, like, you almost have to bite on it. And it's like, they bought themselves time doing that. It's like, our most expensive part is going to come, and everybody who bought the other 4, unless they sell them, like, you know, but then still whoever they sell them to is going to be in on the next thing, too. So, you know, you're already on the hook, you know, and knowing that your fans projects and whoever else, or Fans Toys. Oh, God, is that even the right? Yeah, Fans Toys. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm having a glitch here.
It's so hard. Yeah. Like, there's so many companies out.
And they all have fans in the name, or toys in the name, or hobby.
Yeah.
And, like, I can't keep up anymore. So, but yeah, there's so many companies out there that, you know, you're just buying yourself time at this point if you put out the limbs and go with that. So. And
I think that's a good, you know, part for Xtransbots, that they're going to have 4 already out. And nobody, you know, DX9 only has, 1 out?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, I'm sorry, 2. They have 2 out. And Fans Toys haven't even put theirs out yet. So I think that's, you know, pretty smart that they've gotten theirs out quickly. Mm-hmm. And they're still good bots. So
from what I understand is that there's a hook system with Xtransbots. So you unhook die-cast pieces from a bar, and then that's going to make the 2 pieces. And then there will be, I don't know what to call them. There'll be like little clip pieces to hook them to the arms, which is kind of cheating and kind of shitty, but at the same time, it's really smart. But
I mean, that's what he looked on G1. I mean, he just, you know, he was a skeleton and they just attached to him.
Oh yeah, basically. Definitely. But yeah, it's like apparently there's a hook system.
I can see that.
Where you take the back and the front half of the car apart.
Okay.
So that's what I've heard from people that have messed with the prototypes. But
I think the only thing that a lot of people are not going in on Xtransbot is because of the size. I think this is going to be smaller. To me, I don't bother me because, like I've said before, I think Minosaur is one of the shorter combiners. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
a lot of people
I
are turned
agree.
off.
I feel like you need to make the size of Minosaur out of Motormaster, and that's the size, So if you want it to be bigger, it needs to be out of the main bot, and then everything else just kind of is how it is, So
yeah, but he's only like a hair shorter than the Zedica biters.
See, if that's the case, like that's fine to me because he should be shorter.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. So, I don't know.
I think 19 inches. I think they've said that he's around. Or I think Bruticus and Superion were like 20, 21,
yeah,
something like that. So yeah, I'm fine. 19 to 20, 21. That's fine. I mean, I won't see that as a big deal.
Just fine. So
yeah.
They're cars. They should be smaller than planes and stuff, and and then Combaticons.
The biggest thing for me for those two, are for Motormaster. God damn it, the Stunnicons is that Menosaur needs to be the same size as Defensor. That's all I care about. Like, as long as those two are the same size, like I'm fine with whatever you want to do with it. So
I always thought as Defensor is small. Yeah, because like I said, they're cars.
Yeah,
and stuff.
So yeah, they should be. And like a fire truck is typically smaller than the semi and its trailer. So, like that's all it needs to be. It doesn't need to be anything else to me.
Fight Squawk.
Yeah, I could see them. I could see him being about 19 inches too, and I would be fine with that.
Yeah.
Oh man, I hope Zeta does a Defensor, man. I really wish they could.
I will say, like when I saw the DX9 Montana. I guess Montana is what they called him, right?
Yeah.
For Tony Mon. Isn't it Montoya though? But whatever. I guess they're
Tony Mateo.
Anyway,
Al Pacino.
Anyway, the DX9 one, like the only thing I like about that is the color, but it's like the size to me just didn't work. So I don't know. I'm probably gonna have this. Like if the Fans Toys one, I don't know if we've really seen good pictures of it. We probably have, and I put it out of my memory. But like if that one is sized, kind of that they're the quote unquote Voyager size characters, like I don't know, I might be unhappy with that, but time will tell.
Didn't Bubby Softface get those?
He got
I think so.
One of them.
Yeah, he's all in Stunticons, I think.
Oh yeah, I think he got that one.
Yeah.
But yeah. Isn't there two out for DX9? I know they got Wild Rider and
oh yeah, they have Montana and what's his name? Yeah.
Breakdown. It's Breakdown and Wild Rider, I think, are out right now for DX.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of his name though.
Yeah, I forgot. It's a gangster's name. I forgot it too, but they're all gonna be gangsters and everything. So
yeah, something.
I just saw a lot of hate on the on the interwebs as usual, and I'm just like, y'all need to relax. It's a prototype. It's way early. Y'all just need to calm down. It'll be fine.
I mean, that's how we internet though.
That is true.
Everything is terrible. Nothing's.
It's all trash.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of trash, don't we have some third-party stuff or Hasbro stuff?
No, that's it. That's all I can find for third party.
That was it. How about Hasbro?
All right, Hasbro.
Got one thing for Hasbro.
So what do we got in Hasbro news? I don't even remember.
It's just a Beast Wars Megatron box.
Oh yeah, the Beast Wars Megatron box.
I'm excited for this figure.
Me too. He'll be out next week. I think actually he's out overseas right now. People are showing, pictures and everything. It looks really, really good. I'm really excited for him next week.
Nice.
Yeah, Amazon hadn't charged me yet, but oh my gosh.
Me neither.
I'm excited that you guys are excited.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all that matters.
I think he's gonna be a great figure. So, I hope he's everything that you guys want, and I hope everybody is happy. So, because everybody who collects deserves to be happy with their purchase, right? Too expensive to not be happy.
Well, I honestly only want if it happens, I want this and Optimism, and that's it.
Yeah,
that's all I care about.
It comes with a toothbrush. I mean, come on, man.
And he comes with a toothbrush. I mean, come on.
And bots are making a bot shots or whatever. They're making a rubber ducky, so everybody can have a rubber ducky.
I saw their watch, and it looks fantastic. The little bot watch.
Yeah, I think they wait. Are you in on the bot stuff?
So when I found them, I've picked them up, but I don't see them around here very often, so it's been a little disappointing.
Oh, I'll pick some up for you if you need some.
The only problem is, with the blind bag stuff, like I'm almost.
Oh, they got the little 5-packs too. And
yeah, so yeah. I mean, if you see a 5-pack, let me know, because I want the burger and I want the little cupcake unicorn. I've been looking for that. And what else?
Wave 2's out. They've actually showed Series 2.
I know the little watch. He's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
So
it's pretty cool. That's a neat little idea. I mean, kids can play with them, and they remind you of McDonald's stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. Like the reason that I am head over heels for them is because they remind me just of all those McDonald's toys, which were just
fun.
Awesome.
Pretty neato. So yeah, that's the only thing I could find for Hasbro was the Beast Wars. So shout out to STASIS LOCK, those guys. They're really excited and everything. So yeah, you get your Beast Wars Megatron next week, hopefully.
Yeah.
That's
so
it.
There's that. That is all the news, official and unofficial, for this week.
Scraping. I was talking with Greg earlier. I'm gonna save. Thank you, MP Collector, for the wonderful question. But I'm going to save. We would like to save it for everybody to answer. I think everybody would be cool to answer this one, so we'll save that one for next week. You don't have to send in another one, MP Collector.
I mean, you can if you want, but you don't have to.
Oh yeah, if you want to, yeah, that's fine.
You know what he has.
Do y'all want to read questions, or y'all just want to be done, or what do y'all want to do?
We can do some questions. It's a pretty short show, so let's do some questions.
All right.
Who wants to read? I'm out of reading.
I can't read.
All right, Greg, it's all you.
God damn it! Hold on.
Little man on the totem pole, my friend.
I can read it.
Oh, I can do it. Hold on.
Is that a question from Chuck or wait?
Chuck. Oh, that's from yeah, you know who he is.
No, I know he is, but I know. Yeah, okay. It's weird.
Here's a question for all you guys. What's your relationship with G.I. Joe? Yeah, maybe someone else should read. I'm having a hard time. Yeah, I'm having a hard time with my device. I apologize.
What's your relationship with G.I. Joe? I know that you all collect various other lines from the 80s, like Star Wars, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, He-Man, and all that stuff that come up on the show, but I rarely hear Joe mentioned. I feel like Joe and Transformers have always been pretty close together with various comic crossovers, and the fact that they were Hasbro's two biggest toys for such a long time, but I feel I really see or hear much about the Transformer collectors. Curious to hear your answers.
I feel like we mentioned Joe a lot.
No, I think there was a question last week with G.I. Joe, but it wasn't this one.
No, but I feel like as a podcast, we mentioned Joe a lot.
Yeah, I feel like we have a fair amount of talk that sometimes relates back to G.I. Joe. The problem is
they don't have anything new.
It's a stagnant property at this point. There's nothing new out. The movies, weren't terribly well received. When the new movie comes out, I'm sure we'll have something to say about it. But as it stands, there's just not much to say about the property right now.
Well, I think I addressed this the last time we were asked this question. So apparently they can't do releases during a movie year. They have to be movie releases.
Yeah, I remember you saying something like that.
Yeah, so that's the legality of it. So when the movie toy line comes out, then we'll get toys for that. But
Aren't
they
you doing a
can't
Storm
just
Shadow
do.
movie?
It's the Snake Eyes movie.
Oh, Snake Eyes. I'm sorry, Snake Eyes. Yeah.
So they can't just put out a toy line. They have to do it for the movie. So whenever, so it's kind of like hit or miss. Like people are like, well, we don't have any G.I. Joe going on. But then the years they release like new fiction, they kind of have to cater that to the toy brand.
Yeah.
So
I used to, for G.I. Joe, like I used to be all over like the comic books and stuff like that, and it's just like anymore, like I don't know, there's it's just nothing really worth talking about right now, and it makes me sad because like as a property, like I absolutely adore G.I. Joe, you know, like
oh, so do I.
I do too.
So like
I think I said 2 weeks ago, I think about this, if they would do a classics like they're doing, you know, the Generation 1 stuff, you know, for Walmart, if they did a classic line for G.I. Joe, I'd be all in. If I walked down the aisle and saw G.I. Joe on the Walmart shelves or Target, I'd be all in on that. I'd buy that really.
Yeah, but for me, it would have to be a 6-inch.
Well, that's fine. I'd love to see vehicles. Man, I would love to walk in and see vehicles on the shelves again. That would be so cool.
I am. I don't know how I feel about vehicles, to be honest with you. Like,
those black and white boxes,
so
man.
That's the big.
Those
problem.
black and white boxes, though.
Yeah.
Like you saw those at Christmas time as a kid. You saw those black and white boxes,
man.
and you're just like
cartoon action stuff on the front.
Yeah.
And you saw the little guy in the little the window.
The little window. Yeah, exactly, Matt.
You saw Wild Bill with the helicopter and stuff. Come on, man. That was awesome.
I mean that is true. So
I would
like to see it. I still say that I would really like to see G.I. Joe do a smaller, like almost like mask-like line where, you know, the characters and the vehicles are smaller, because like I think I'd be all in on those. Like, because the problem with like even the 3 3/4 G.I. Joe is like where do you put the vehicles? Like if you did a 6-inch line and you skipped most of the vehicles, then like okay, you know. But like for a lot of it, like I feel like the vehicles are so important to a lot of G.I. Joe, and it's like how can you modernly represent the vehicles, you know?
Well, and that is the catch-22. Like, you can't do scale-appropriate vehicles. You also can't do scale-appropriate toys for the retail spaces. And with that, you can't really appease like you're like us, you know. So you're going back and forth, and like that's kind of how you kill a brand, if that makes sense.
No, definitely.
I mean, yeah, you and I, Justin, would buy an entire new G.I. Joe line if it was just the way it was when we were kids. But you have to take into consideration shelf space, marketing, and that's how you run a brand into the ground. So you know, it is what it is. But
it's a shame because like honestly, like I don't know how you make G.I. Joe really successful anymore. Like I feel like unfortunately it's a property that has kind of sailed, you know. So.
Well, because of war.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's a big thing. Yeah, about the war, all the parents are up, you know, don't want to buy their
even
kids
though that like
stuff.
you look at G.I. Joe as a team and it's like a ninja. It's like it's like Ninja, CoverGirl, Cybernetic Soldier. Like you look at it and it's really not a war brand.
Yeah,
but
it is, but it's not. Yeah,
it exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that marketing in the 80s killed G.I. Joe for us.
I would definitely agree. Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right. Moving on. Hello, SCU crew. Hope everyone is well. Just wanted to know what everybody's toy entry purchase was that got you all started on your second life as an adult collector. So we'll go around. Justin, do you remember what got you back into Transformers, I guess?
So mine was kind of twofold. I was in college and I saw the Transformers alternators, and like at that time I was collecting like that like scale just like die cast vehicle, because like, you know, it's like cool, I can have a car in my house and nobody looks at me weird for that, you know. And yes, I was at a party and I saw a alternator, and the guy, like, you know, it's a nerdy party because you know,
there's no other party to go to,
but
man.
You weren't at a party.
No, it was definitely a party. But you know,
Wow.
That said, I saw the alternator there and I was like, whoa, this is cool. And he's like, yeah, it's a Transformer. Like, wait, what? And yeah, the guy showed me, I think it was the Subaru mold at the time, and I was like, my mind was blown. And so I started grabbing every one of those that I could. And I don't know if I ever, like, I know I had some G.I. Joes and stuff like hanging around my apartment, and like a couple like X-Men characters and stuff. So I never really kind of stopped, but like I guess like getting back into it like full steam ahead was as an adult. I was like, I never had a Defensor as a kid. I would like to have a Defensor, and that's what I did. I bought a Defensor, and then I bought a Devastator, and then, you know, it just kind of snowballed from there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Greg, do you remember what your first one got back you an adult collecting?
G.I. Joe, definitely. I tried to pick up some of the Transformers. What the fuck they call them? The parts formers. The ones that the torso. You know what I'm talking about, right? Like the torso transformed.
I'm not sure if I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. You gotta explain it better.
Okay, so the arms and the legs were spring operated.
Oh, they were drones. Power core.
Power core combiners.
Oh, yeah.
They had.
Yeah, I got back into those.
Jeebus.
And they sucked assholes.
They were. Yeah, there was one main one that did fun. The main body did something, and then you just had drones that would attach to it.
Exactly. Yeah, and I picked up a Devastator, and I was just like, "What the fuck is this?" And then the movies started coming out, so I started picking up like movie stuff, with like stupid ass Megatron and that stupid ass Optimus. Like, it was just the stuff that was on the shelves at the time. And it was garbage.
Okay.
How about you?
I was like, why is this guy turning into a 3-pronged jet and not a gun? Like, this doesn't make any sense to me.
Play first. So I got into RID. I don't remember my first RID. I remember I just bought a couple here and there. But what really got it going was I walked into Wally World and I saw Armada Starscream. And Starscream was always one of my favorite characters. And I picked that up and it skyrocketed from there.
Which one was it? RID?
Armada Starscream.
Oh, Armada, I'm sorry.
I collected some of the, the RD stuff I collected too, but I don't remember what I think I maybe picked with the Ruination, their Bruticus.
I don't know why I said RID, because I know there was no RID Starscream, like the actual RID ship.
Right. So. Yeah, I collected some of the RID stuff and everything, but then I quit, and I came back and I saw that.
Yeah. I had, of the RID stuff, I had Prowl and I had Side...
I did too.
Whatever it was. What was it? Sideburn?
Skybite?
No, not him.
Oh, Sideburn. Okay, I had Skybite, the shark. I was waiting for the Fort Max, which Brave Max, what they called it. I was waiting for a long time for that to come up, or I thought it was going to be in stores, but it was a Japanese exclusive, and so I never got that until just recently. So,
what was he called? And it wasn't Brave Max, was it?
Yeah, Brave Max.
Yeah, Brave.
Okay, yeah, I had Brave Max. I had Skybite, and I had Scourge.
Okay, yeah, the black.
yeah, the black. Yeah, I had him too. Yep.
And I think that was it.
I had Optimus Prime, the fire truck.
Oh, I had Galvatron.
Yeah, I love the Megatron, the six changer. I had Megatron and the Galvatron. So.
Yeah, that's what I had. So.
He also says, as a follow-up, is the toy still currently in your collection? If yes, why? Is it for sentimental reasons? Or has there just never been a better version released to replace it with? For him, it was alternators, Sunstreaker and Prowl, and both are still currently with me along with my other alternators and Biotech. Apologies if it's been asked before. Hope you can humor me with this. Keep up the great work, Manila Chris. That's a great name, man.
So
Justin, is he still in yours?
Mine are all there. I still have all my alternators. Like, even though they kind of suck as toys, like, I mean, you know, they're still in my collection, and they're probably not going anywhere anytime soon. So,
Nice.
yeah, and of course I have the G1 stuff. Like, I don't think I'll ever get rid of G1 stuff. So, yeah. If anything, I want more G1 stuff because I still want to get that complete, you know, G1. That's like something I dream of. I don't know if that's something that'll ever happen, but I hope it happens. So.
I hope so too. Pretty cool.
Yeah, and
Greg,
like, you know, like as much as I would like the European G1, like I'm happy with the complete American G1, and like I can skip Action Masters and Micromasters, just like the real Transformers, you know.
So. The European stuff is hard to find. Some of that stuff is really hard and expensive too. So good luck if you try that route, Jeebus.
Exactly. Like I just can't imagine trying to be like, I need to have that complete raid, and like, you know, like the crappy knockoff one that's in my basement that I've had for, you know, I don't even know how many years now, like gotta be like 15 years now. Like, yeah, that's good enough. So
I think
I agree with Justin 100%.
That said, if they wanted to make a re-release, like a box set of Raiden, like I'd be all in on that. So
yeah, that'd be nice.
Where's my BBTS set that, you know, they can release and then it'll just sit there for like 7 years? Like
I want a complete set of Pretenders for some reason. I got quite a few, but I would like to have a whole complete set of Pretenders. I like Pretenders.
I mean, and I think Pretenders would count for me personally. Like, you know, there's still like, because I mean, you still had Jazz in there and you still had Grimlock, so like, you know, I feel like that's the tail end. Yeah, and Bumblebee, that's right. Yeah, you know, I actually had that Bumblebee like towards the end of my toy collecting life, and like that was always the Bumblebee I liked using, or my kid toy collecting life, I should say. So like I always loved playing with that Bumblebee as a kid. So
and Starscream. Yeah,
I did not have Starscream.
Yep.
Grimlock, Bumblebee.
Grimlock.
I had Jazz.
And then you had Action Masters, so you had...
I don't have any Action Masters.
You don't have any?
Nope.
Yeah?
None at all.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I've thought about it. I mean, you can get some of them pretty, you know, cheap, you know, $10 and everything. I've just never picked up any. They have some good, you know, Soundwave. I don't want to say good, but... Oh, I'll take that. I'm sorry. I have Starscream. Action Master.
There was time that I thought about getting like into the Action Masters, and like I have some of them, but like a lot of them I just like, I don't know, it's just not worth it, right? So I don't know.
I'm sorry, I apologize. I do have one. I had the Starscream one, and he has a little ship bike kind of thing going on. I don't know, it's like a bike, but it's pretty cool. But
hey, I gotta bounce, guys.
Okay.
Sorry. No, it's cool. You guys are awesome. I've had a really good time tonight.
All right.
I just need to go to, yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, no worries.
I'll just answer the question. I still have my Armada Starscream, yes, and I still have my all the RID stuff I bought and everything. So everything.
As I would expect you would,
Yeah, because I am kind of a hoarder. My collection is trash per Bubby, so that's fine. I love it. I need to do another review of my room and all that stuff and everything.
I would like to see that, Matt. Because you definitely have a lot of interesting things that I don't know if I've ever seen before. So
really,
I would like to see it. Yeah, you have way more Transformers than I do. So.
Oh yeah, but you wouldn't have anywhere to put yours. You have kids now and everything and all that stuff. And
kids.
How's little man doing? Is he grasping to the Transformer stuff yet?
So for a while he was playing with the whatchamacallit, I can't even
Rescue Bots?
Yeah, the Rescue Bots.
Nice.
But now he doesn't really mess with them too much anymore, so it's fine. It is what it is.
He's already moved on.
Yeah, I mean, but like he's constantly moving on, right? Like
yeah, so, the attention span is just a little bit of a gnat. So yeah.
Like this week it's Paw Patrol and Mickey Mouse, and then next week who knows what it is. So.
Yeah, and we were the same way. I mean, one week I loved G.I. Joe, Mask, Transformers, He-Man.
Yeah,
I never was big into Thundercats. That's not that. Were there any cartoons? I'll ask you this: was there any other cartoons that you weren't really into as a kid? Me, it was Thundercats. I never really got into Thundercats. For some reason.
So I liked Thundercats, but I didn't have too many of them. I was never really a He-Man fan. Like honestly, I just like
my heart.
Yeah, like I had Skeletor, I had He-Man, but like in the end, it's just like it wasn't really something that I was super into.
Oh man, that's my first love, dude. Man, I love Ram Man was my favorite He-Man figure. I had him. I took that little thing everywhere because you push him down and you jump up or bounce up or whatever and everything. I loved some Ram Man for some reason. But
I mean, I will definitely say the He-Man characters are very
weird.
It's not weird. Weird is not the word I would use. Weird. They're weird, but like they're unique. Like they have a lot of fun little gimmicks, and there's definitely a certain amount of like love behind every character that's been made. Yeah. But it's just I don't know. It's just not for me, I guess. So.
Yeah, fun. I like I said, I never had any Thundercats. I didn't watch the show. It didn't really interest me and everything. But I think that's the only one I could think of that some of the main ones. Like I loved. Mask. I think Mask was one of my favorites. I even had more Mask figures than I did Transformers at one time, I think.
Yeah, I definitely was into Mask. I very much liked Mask. Like I said, I did have some He-Man, it just wasn't my thing. I didn't have actually that many Thundercats. Like I enjoyed the show, but like, yeah, it was not. I would not call it my favorite show at all. So.
Were you big into Voltron?
I wanted to be. Like I had one of the Voltron sets, but like honestly, like I never knew what time Voltron actually was on to really.
I don't remember it either.
Yeah, like like it's hard to be a fan of something when you don't really know what time it's on or anything like that. So
yeah, it wasn't on in the mornings. I don't remember it. I know it wasn't on in the afternoons when I got out of school because that was like He-Man, G.I. Joe, Transformers. Sometimes Mask, maybe in Gym at one point, but I don't remember seeing Voltron at all.
Yeah, I don't ever remember Voltron being on, to be honest with you.
I think Voltron was like, I want to say, were they early 80s, like 82, 83 maybe? Or 80s?
I don't know. I'm not really sure what time Voltron was on. Like, I couldn't even give you a time slot that show was actually on. Like, it's very strange. I just don't even know. Like I know I had one of the toys, and that's all I can tell you about it. Like I don't remember, really having ever seen the show as a kid. So
I don't either. No.
It's weird. What else? Like I go back and I look at some of the stuff that's out there. I'm like, I do not remember this show. I do not remember that show. Like there's a ton of shows out there that like I just do not remember at all.
Centurions? Was it?
The Centurions? Yeah, I don't remember those.
I don't remember. I mean, I remember seeing them. Were they the ones? What was the ones that were they would fly on, they would slide on ropes or something across. Was that the Centurions?
I just learned what they were the other day, and I know I had one of them, and I just can't remember.
Yeah, they would on a string or something. They just slide, on weapon, or I'm sorry, but on vehicles. Those weren't Centurions, I don't think.
Someone posted one of them on Instagram the other day, and I'm like, I never knew what those things were.
There was a cartoon, and I don't think it lasted very long. Maybe like a season or two. And what was the guys that held the staffs that had the what were they called? Shoot. The humans, they would hold a staff and had like a mirror or something like that or something.
Oh, Supernaturals? Is that what you're talking about?
I don't think, no.
They had no, I think I know what you're talking about. I can't think of what they were.
People's gonna be typing in the comments.
The Supernaturals is something that I had as a kid that I forgot about
for a very long time. What were those things they would have? They had the staffs and everything, and it showed like a little hologram. Oh man!
I mean, it sounds exactly like the Supernaturals, but I know it's not because I remember hearing about them before, and I think I even had the same thing, like, oh, the Supernaturals, and they're like, no, that wasn't them. So,
yeah, somebody will hit me. Somebody will hit us up in the comments like, you idiots. This is what they're and everything. And there was a lot of cartoons. I mean, and then you got the 90s. I wasn't I wasn't a big Turtles fan, and I wasn't a big Power Rangers fan, so I didn't watch those stuff and everything. But
for me, I guess I'm lucky with that because that time period was towards the very end of my playing with toys life. So
mine too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Turtles was 89. I was already 14, so I was wanting girls instead of that stuff and everything. So I missed the whole Turtles and Power Rangers. For some reason, I watched Captain Planet a lot. I don't know why.
It was always on.
It's on. Yeah, it's on TBS all the time. I watched Captain Planet, but I didn't watch the other stuff.
Yeah.
And everything, so.
Yeah. No.
Weird.
I think I did the same thing. So, but I was a Turtle fan. So,
okay.
But that was the tail end of my childhood, I would say.
I didn't hate them, I wasn't collecting. I watched the cartoon, I watched the movies. I just wasn't a big, collector of them and everything.
Yeah, makes sense. Again, I mean, you were much older than me at that time. I think I was 9 or 10 when they came out. So they were right, like I said, right at the end of my toy collecting life.
Was it Ghostbusters around that time too?
Yeah, I was all in on Ghostbusters. So
okay. I loved it. I loved the cartoon. I liked watching Ghostbusters, and I love the movies. I mean, they were classics. They still are classics.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the third one to come out.
Me too. Really good. Me too. I have a good feeling about it. I don't think it's going to be bad at all. I think it's going to be well done. So
yeah. Well, they get everybody back, and that's good.
Yeah, I feel like it's being done by someone who loves the franchise, which I think is important.
That is so important, and that would be important for Transformers too.
Yeah.
I think with Michael Bay. I think his intentions were good, but he didn't have the love for Transformers like someone else would, like a Travis Knight, I guess, or something, or somebody else.
Yeah.
So I think that really helps a lot.
That's something I meant to say. I got a digital code to watch the Bumblebee movie, so I gotta do that. Yeah.
Are you gonna watch it?
At some point. So I'm not sure when, but I will.
Man watched it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it because, I've heard good reviews of it. Everybody seems to say it's better than what was out there, so I'm looking forward to it.
We could have talked about that too, about the movies. I saw somewhere they're making another sequel after The Last Night.
Really?
So yeah.
That's an interesting direction.
I just heard that. I heard it in your voice.
Yeah,
so they're making. They're making that, and they're doing. I think they're doing it. They're doing a Bumblebee 2.
Mm-hmm. And
this is going to be, I forgot what I read, but it was something like, he now says it's not a reboot. It's like a different timeline or something. I don't know. I'm just like, what?
Yeah, I heard that too. And I don't understand it, personally. Maybe I'm not made to, I don't know. But yeah, I don't understand that decision at all. It's weird.
I thought Bay was out. Is he going to come back? And what are they going to do with Travis Knight now? And are they going to do this? Or I'm just like, oh my God, just trash it all and start over.
Yeah.
I mean, if they can't tell that people were more excited for that 10 minutes of Bumblebee than they was the whole Bayverse franchise.
Yeah, it's a weird decision to make. It definitely is. And, you know, I can't speak to why someone would do such things, but it's weird, right? Like, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it bombed. You know, the last night bombed. I haven't even I watched it one time, and I watched the Transform, all 4 of them. You know, lots of times.
My dad's a big fan of them. Like he honestly is. He really enjoys the Transformer movies, and like usually I'll buy him and then I'll give him the digital code, or I'll either give him like the Blu-ray or the code or something like that, and we'll basically share the movie that way, you know. And like he got the last night, and he was like, yeah, I got it, here's the code, blah blah blah. I'm like, cool. And then he's like, yeah, you know, I have it, but I haven't even bothered watching it, you know. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. So
and that tells you something. Like, you know, like you said, your dad, you know, likes the other one, but then he's like, yeah, okay.
Like, he couldn't even be bothered watching it. And like I told him, like, I have the Bumblebee movie. He's like, oh, he's like, I still haven't even watched the last one yet. And I'm like, yeah.
Well, you don't have to watch that one to watch Bumblebee, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know,
well, that's what I told him. I said, like, you don't need it, you know. And I said, like, when I watched the last night, I was like I didn't even understand what was going on half the time.
Oh, it was the biggest clusterfuck. I mean, it was like 6 storylines going on at one time. You're just like, what? Yeah. And then you got Cogman beating Tuna and everything, and all this stuff. Is like, and they must have paid Hopkins a lot of money, or he just didn't care. He probably didn't even read the script. He's just like, just give me the lines, I'll be all right.
Yeah, he's like, I'm at the end of my life. It's good, whatever.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm almost dead. I don't care. Yeah. He's like Orson Welles. He's like, he didn't, you know, But anyways, well, I guess that's it.
That's it.
Anything else? Greg just said, fuck it, I'm out.
Yeah.
And
hopefully whatever Greg has going on is okay. So.
Yeah, he'll be fine. So I hope we'll have everybody back next week. It's kind of hard to get everybody on now, and you know, people that actually like Transformers on this show, you know, only me, you know, so that's, you know, kind of hard to talk about Transformers when nobody likes them. So, you know.
I love Transformers still. I want more from my beloved franchise, you know.
So. Yeah, I know. I want them to, but you know what? You need to get on that Siege stuff, man.
You know. The other thing is, like, one thing that really, like, for me that has really killed my ability to be interested in Transformers, like, there's just none here anymore. Like, I mean, I sent you the pictures, and like, there is absolutely nothing in my stores anymore.
Yeah, I had to go to well, what's funny, I got that Siege Starscream I said at the beginning. I ordered it on Amazon, and I swear to God, the day I got it, I went and looked. I went to Walmart the same day I got it, and I found them.
Yeah, that's how it works, right? If I were to go to a store, you know, a distance from my house, I'm sure I could end up finding something. But like, just like anywhere near my house, they don't exist, sadly.
Oh, if you're out looking, if you're ever out looking again, and you find the Optimus Prime one, the studio series with the Bumblebee movie, pick that up for me if you don't mind. I'm still trying to find that guy.
If I see it, you know, I was actually really surprised that for, what day was it? Like, I guess it was last week. I was at Walmart. I'm like, holy crap, studio series things, and they had, I don't know, the blue one that you had reviewed previously, like. Kind of looks like Chromia.
Yeah, Chromia.
Was it her again?
Oh,
yeah.
No. For studio series?
I think it was studio series. Maybe it was Siege. I don't know. It was the one you were talking about, the wheels that you wish folded down. So. I don't remember which character that was.
I forgot which one. I don't have to look again.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Anyway.
But they had that, and they had something else, and yeah, nothing.
It's probably Siege.
Yeah, I think it might have been Siege now that I think about it, but it was 2 characters, and I don't really remember who either of them were. So it was no Optimus Prime or anything like that. So
yeah, it might have been studio series too. I mean, you know, because they got some stuff out. You know, well, I mean, they're doing all the movie stuff. The studio series is basically just the movie stuff, you know.
Yeah. I think they had that shitty red car that
Shatter.
Yeah, that falls apart. Shatter, appropriately named.
Hence the name. Yeah.
Shatters.
Yeah. And mine shattered on the review. I was like, stop it. But it's a nice car. I love the muscle car. It looks really good in car mode. The alt mode was really nice.
Yeah, the alt mode looked good.
Transforming it, it's got a lot of paint. But transforming it to that was just trash. Everything was falling off. I was like, I want to throw it across the room. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So.
Nice. All right. Well, I guess we'll see
that wraps it up, right? So.
Hope we didn't bore y'all. You know, it's just us two for a little while. But,
no, it's definitely the skeleton team, right? So.
Exactly. But I guess
Shoutouts to Courthouse Network, ROC, Edges Around, by Detox, Plastic Fanatics, Spirit Vultures, Nerd Rage Radio, and Wigs.
And my personal favorite, the well-established Gentleman's Show, Stasis Lock.
At Real Robot, at Fear Corpse.
I am Ratchet.
Third Party TF Crashers, and Open Your Toys Podcast.
This podcast is intended for mature audiences only. The sole purpose is entertainment. If it doesn't fit with your sensitive sensibilities, please feel free to turn it now.
Shut the fuck up, Chip!